My first bass guitar was a Squire Silver Series jazz bass, a Japanese one, and they're kind of highly sought after. They're like considered really good basses, but now it's got no frets anymore, and it's completely natural, and it's at my dad's house somewhere. But I've actually just bought some electronics to put back in it, so I need to get it restored. So I've still got it. It was a good bass, but I grew up in a house where my dad had guitars and my dad was a bass player. So first bass I ever jammed about on was a '70s Fender Precision. So I've always had good basses around me. So I never had that like terrible learner bass type thing. So I always had a decent bass. So I was lucky, really, I think. I wanted a Music Man Stingray because of Rage Against the Machine and Red Hot Chili Peppers. They both used Music Man Stingrays, and they were the players whose stuff I was learning. That's like how I learned to play those kind of players. So I wanted one of them more than anything, and eventually I got one. I don't know if I'd be able to name just one. I mean, like Timmy C from Rage Against the Machine. I love what he plays. Sting when he was in the Police, that was a massive when we was first starting. That was massive in terms of learning how to, because all those kind of players like Rage Against the Machine and Red Hot Chili Peppers, it's all just grooves. But Sting made me understand how it needs to relate to a guitar and chords. And I loved Horace Panter from the Specials. Just he really influenced me. And Sly Dunbar from Sly and Robbie um, is Sorry, Sly Dunbar's the drummer. Robbie Shakespeare. Jesus. I mean, this is my main bass, and has been for about 4 years, I think. This is a Music Man Sterling. This is sounds like a Stingray, but it's got a smaller neck because I've only got tiny hands. I did have a Stingray, and I was just like, I recorded our second album on it, and I was like, no, I can't do this. I can't do it live. It was too big. But I love this. I just love the sound of it. It's the sound of Rage Against the Machine, but it's also Another One Bites the Dust by John Deacon. That's the classic Stingray tone. It's really punchy and really sounds live, but it sounds kind of funky as well. So it's good with hip hop, but it's good with reggae. It's good with pretty much everything, I think. And my other bass is this one I got for my 21st birthday. It's covered in scar stickers, but that's Fender acoustic, and we use that when we do acoustic sessions and stuff like that. And then I've got another couple at home, but nothing that I use very much. This is my main workhorse. But I mean, look at the state of it. It's like I can't. I'm not precious about instruments. I can't have a. If I had an expensive instrument, I'd just drop it. I wouldn't know what to do. I need something that's bolted together. Yeah. If I had all the money in the world, I'd buy this bass, and then I'd spend the rest on getting it set up and a nice amp, because for me this is the perfect bass. Maybe I buy one of these with a 5-string as well, just for a bit of variation. At the moment, I'm using a Mark Bass Little Mark II amp, which are really great. You can put them in about that big and make that much music. You can put them in your suitcase, take them wherever you go. They're amazing. And I've got an Ashdown ABM 8x10 cab, which is really good and loud, and I've had that a good few years now. It's been a real workhorse. And the secret of everybody's bass tone is a Tech 21 Sans amp bass driver, which is just a little box, and you press the button on it, and it makes a bass sound awesome. Who knows how it does it, but pretty much every bass player uses them. That's like, it should come with your first bass, because it just, well, actually, no, you should learn to play the bass first and learn to appreciate it, because then when you finally press that button and that red light comes on, and you hear the bass how it should sound, then you've put the work in to appreciate it. What the advice that I'd give to any up and coming bassist, specifically bassists, and I mean, I know because I kind of fell into this trap, is do not immerse yourself in the world of bass. Do not just buy all the bass magazines, listen to all the bass records. You need to be a good bass player. It's 100% vital that you have at least a rudimentary understanding of guitar and drums. Don't overplay and don't. Now, this one is in a wider sense as well, in terms of being in a band and being a bass player. Don't directly emulate other people. Every person is as individual as a fingerprint. So all those 4 individuals, or 5 or 6 or whatever, you've all got a unique history, and it's not being as great as you can and being the best songwriters. The best thing to figure out at the beginning is what you are and what you can offer to the music scene, not the music business, but the music scene, what matters to people, how you can be a band that's relevant, is to figure out, check out what's happening, go to your local clubs, get involved with your local scene at the grassroots. So if you're like Green Day when you're 14, then you get into the punk bands from the UK, or the underground punk bands, or whatever in your own scene, and get involved with it. Don't just try and be Dave Grohl or try and be Josh Homme. Try and be the people that are, find out where you fit in in the whole scene that goes down. Identify who you are, where you fit in with everything, and pursue that as a goal and be unique. And that's that.